The 9-year-old boy put his hand into the boiling oil pan, only to experience the pleasure of a handful of pain, thus leaving an indelible scar. At the age of 15, he took his neighbor's kitten into the woods and brutally murdered them. But it happened that this kind of psychopathic boy was accosted by the same psychologically abnormal goddess at school, and he didn't know it yet. At this time, the boy was full of thoughts of killing the girl. After school, the two started their first date in their lives. Carl kissed Icho. Just when he was about to do it, Carl's father returned home and saw that his son finally brought the girl back. The father was very happy because he always thought that his son had a problem with his sexual orientation, and their relationship quickly warmed up. But when she left, Xiaomei said. The next day Xiaomei arrived as scheduled. Carl carefully took out the dagger from the sofa. But at this moment, Xiaomei said that Carl should run away from home with him. However, it happened that Carl was already tired of his father and everything here, so he did not hesitate. Promised he. Before leaving, Carl didn't forget to give his father a song, and then stole his car by the way. The two men drove forward aimlessly, but after that, they did not go as smoothly as they thought. Along the way, Carl would also give birth to the idea of killing Xiaomei from time to time, so he drove. Just then, however, the car accidentally crashed into a tree on the side of the road. Fortunately, neither of them was injured, but Xiaomei beside her laughed like crazy. Carl asked Mei.
It's not.
But when the two were about to leave, the car fulfilled Xiaomi's words and exploded. In this way, the two lost their only means of transportation and could only walk on foot, but at this time, Carl once again breeds the idea of killing Xiaomei. The boy was going to the toilet, but the uncle nah. It turned out that just now, Carl and his girlfriend were driving away from home, but the car crashed into a big tree on the side of the road, but the two had to walk forward on foot. In fact, Carl didn't like Xiaomei at all in his heart. He thought it would be interesting to kill Xiaomei, so they also came to the restaurant and enthusiastically introduced the photos of their families to the two. But when Carl was going to go to the toilet, Uncle followed him, so there was the wonderful scene at the beginning. So Xiaomei told his family about Uncle's ugly behavior and took all his M. At this time, Carl was killed. He pulled out the dagger tied to his leg and hid in the door. Soon after, with the sound of the toilet, Carl sat back on the bed as if nothing had happened. At this moment, Xiaomei offered to let Carl hug himself, so Carl crept to hug him from behind. And the boy he didn't know he was in love with was bent on killing him. But at this time, Carl seems to have experienced another feeling from Xiaomei. The next day, the two came to an idle villa. After years of judgment by Xiaomei, the family should be uninhabited. So she picked up the stone, broke the window without hesitation, and rushed in with Carl. He also stuck chewing gum to the photo of the owner. The two acted recklessly in th. But at this time, Carl was killed by his girlfriend, because he didn't like Xiaomei at all in his heart, and thought it would be interesting to kill Xiaomei. But in fact, Xiaomei upstairs did not have anything to do with men. She just wanted to be angry with Karba. When he came upstairs, Xiaom. But he never expected that the owner of the house returned home at this time, because the two secretly broke into the villa to play during the day. Never thought of this move has led to an irreparable tragedy. Looking at the messy house, the owner immediately realized that there was a thief in the house, so he walked upstairs carefully. When the light was turned on, Xiaomei was also frightened by the sudden owner. This young and beautiful girl was lying in her bed. The owner of the house suddenly. But Xiaomei thought they should change their appearance, so he dyed his hair, changed his style, cut off Carl's hair, and then changed his old broken flower mountain. But at this moment Xiaomei asked why Carl was carrying a dagger. Carl nervously said it was a gift from his father, because at this time he did not dare to confess that it was used to kill Xiaomei. However, Xiaomei obviously would not believe such an answer, so he secretly left through the back. It was not until he waited for more than an hour that the simple and honest Carl realized that Xiaomei had left, and the two walked forward aimlessly. At this time, Carl finally understood in his heart that he had fallen in love with Xiaomei deeply, and his brain always thought about her beyond age. Then he came to the police station and surrendered himself, but he immediately regretted it, so he sneaked out while the police registered his name. On the other side, penniless Mei was caught stealing from the supermarket. But when Xiao Peng was ready to call the police, he received a phone call. It is said that a 5-year-old girl was lost, but he had to help find the little girl first, so Xiaomei took the opportunity to slip out, but not far away, she met the girl. No way, kind Xiaomei sent her back. Looking at the kind-hearted girl in front of her, Xiao Peng decided to let her go and age.
Stop stealing.
But at this time, Xiaomei began to worry about Carl. Obviously, the other party saved himself, but instead abandoned him. So she came to the restaurant where they were separated, hoping to see the familiar figure here. Sure enough, this Hanan is still waiting in its original position. It turns out that since Xiaomei left, Carl will come here every day to wait for his appearance. Even when he meets a girl with the same hairstyle on the roadside, he will look at it twice. The two men made up again, and promised to be good people in the future. But that night they stole another car, and were going to take refuge in Xiaomi's father, 1,000 kilometers away. After driving for a day and a night, they finally found Xiaomi's father's residence. The father and doll, just as the two were about to leave, the father saw the news that his daughter was wanted on TV, and there was an irresistible bonus. The boy killed the man by mistake in order to save his girlfriend. But in the evening, Xiaomi's father saw on TV that the two were actually fugitives. Wanted see. So the next day, when the two were ready to leave, my father secretly dialed the telephone of the police station, and then prepared to hold them back. However, this move was still detected by the keen Carl. He took advantage of his unprepared pistol, and took the phone to tell the police that he. Then the two took the opportunity to escape from here. But at this time a large number of police have also arrived, realizing that there is no place to escape Carl in order to protect Xiaomei, all the blame on himself, but Xiaomei is determined to leave with him. In the past, Carl could say that today happens to be her 18th birthday, thinking that she will be with her beloved forever, but it is the day when they are separated. At the moment, the brain and little beauty emerged like a tide. With a gunshot, Carl fell into a pool of blood forever. Time is the best medicine to heal psyche. Soon after, Xiaomei and her mother decided to move out of this place. After more than a year of recuperation, Xiaomei finally let go. Can be with Carl's beautiful picture, always in the mind can't help but come out. In order to forget him, Xiaomei made a new boyfriend. Soon the two decided to get married, but the day before the wedding, Xiaomei found a car parked not far away, and kept silent, watching herself until the car did not leave at night, so she took the initiative to check. Seeing Xiaomei coming towards this side, the car instantly started to escape, but